Hello everyone, and I hope that you are finding peace over this Memorial Day weekend. And it was quite a game between the Knicks as well as the Pacers. The Knicks made a great comeback and their bench was stellar, and you know who's on that bench. It's Miles Deuce McBride, a West Virginia standout that showed out once again. The guy is playing stellar defense, and he's now chipping in on the offensive end. He contributed 9 points last night, but that just shows you what Mountaineer flavor can do. It's all about the defensive end and fundamentals, and Miles McBride has all of that. That's why he's playing at a high level at the NBA, and that's why he's on an NBA team. So if you want to look at a player that works hard for a living and made it with just 2 years of playing in college at West Virginia University, if you want to look at a player, look at Miles Deuce McBride. Go look at the tape on him if you're a young player, because it's all about his defense. He rebounds, he dishes out assists, he does what the coaches ask him to do. And every time he gets in that game, he changes it because of the defensive pressure and what he can do. He's instant offense and instant defense. It's hard to get that in the NBA these days. So my Frank this time, well, once again, goes to Miles McBride. Deuce. And as the series goes on, I hope he does even more for the Knicks. Now, moving along to Judge Claudia Wilkins, she still has the $2.8 billion settlement on her desk. We don't know what she's going to do about that roster size. It seems like the NCAA doesn't want to budge. They don't want to increase the roster size. They love 105. Well, we're going to see how much the judge loves it in the next couple of weeks and see what she decides. But even though that agreement is going to be historic and players are going to start to get paid, you're going to have a $20.5 million salary cap for men's basketball, men's football, women's basketball. Even though you're going to have all of those things, it's historic, but it's not landmark. And the reason why I say it's not landmark is there's a lot of open issues. Power 4 administrators, Power 4 presidents, all of these people are traipsing up to Congress trying to handle and try to get an antitrust exemption because they're not in favor of unfettered free agency for players. They're saying it disrupts their plan, I guess, for the league or their NCAA vision. Well, let me give you a little secret here. Major League Baseball is the only one that has a unlimited exemption. No other leagues can come in and compete against Major League Baseball. So they're deregulated. Now the rest of the sports leagues and Major League Baseball treat their players as employees. And as far as unfettered free agency, they have something called collective bargaining process that they go through. That's the only way you control player movement. Student athletes have a personal right. You just can't go to Congress and get them to remove their right to move from school to school. It's just not going to happen. It's only going to happen through collective bargaining. So I don't know why it's so hard for the Power 4 conferences, leaders, as well as the NCAA, to see that they have to come to the table. The players should have a separate set of negotiators, and the NCAA can hire their own lawyers and get some of these major issues off the table. That's just one, unfettered free agency. Another one is college football revenues. That's a separate entity. Are the players getting any of those revenues? Y'all can Google it and look it up, but I don't think the settlement covers that. So is that going to be a part of, I say again, a part of the revenues? Okay, the private booster Neils that's running around disguised as name, image, and likeness. The booster Neils needs to go. It needs to be cut out. I think the NCAA can do that on their own in Power 4 conferences. Get rid of the private neo collectives. Kill it. It doesn't have a place in college sports, because you should not have private businessmen negotiating with student athletes and their agents. It runs against a smooth operating athletic department. It needs to go. So those are some of the things that it's not going to cover. It's not covering the fact that the players are really employees and not independent contractors. They should have, from their wages that they're going to be paid under this profit sharing arrangement, should have withholdings, federal and state taxes, but that's not going to be the case. They're going to treat them as independent contractors. That's wrong. And that should be challenged in court. So if you're going to Congress to get all of those things, it's just not going to work, because Major League Baseball and NFL found out a long time ago that when it comes to players, they're human beings, and they can't just give away their rights, their personal rights. It has to be negotiated. That's what they have labor agreements for. In all of the leagues and all of the sports leagues that I've named, they have employees and they negotiate. So the NCAA and the players need a collective bargaining agreement. And also, the junior college transfers, they don't think that they should have their eligibility counted against NCAA eligibility. Well, there's the Pavia case for that. They're going to give them an extra year this year, but still the question has to be answered. Should junior college eligibility, the years a player plays for a junior college, should that count against an NCAA eligibility? For me, I don't think you should be playing in college sports over 5 years. I like the 5 seasons and you play 4 seasons in over 5 years. I think that's fair. But that needs to be negotiated. These things need more clarity. And we're just not getting much clarity from the NCAA. They created this problem and they want Congress to solve it, and it's not going to happen. Because anything dealing with labor, employees, employers, it still gets down to the point that you need to get to the bargaining table. That's where it goes. You have to get to the table and iron out these issues. That will make it a landmark decision. And there's many more issues that I haven't even discussed that they need to be discussing. Benefit plans and all of that. So that's where I stand on all of it. And you can take this and you can repost it, share it with others. But that's where I fall, where I'm at with regard to the proposed $2.8 billion deal. And I will address the players and what they should be doing once this agreement is signed, because they have a lot of responsibility under this settlement. So that's the way it goes at this time. So this is C. Ivan Franklin. One minority voice, one view on YouTube at Befrank4real. Hopefully you'll finish off this holiday in grand style. But those are the issues that are on the table right now, and they're not going away. See ya!